Okay, so the first thing to do when we have cut it out all the pieces from the board is to take the piece of the aileron and cut the hinge for it. So when we tape it onto the wing, we can deflect it downward and also upward. So you have to make two of them, and remember to make it make the hinge on the same side, so you have two pieces that are mirrored each other. And yes, so now we are going to tape it onto the wing, and then we are going to proceed with the other things to do on the wing. I'm going to cut the tape right at the end of the aileron, like that. Okay, so after we taped the aileron on the upper part, we can tape it on the underside. Okay, so I cut it right here. Okay. Okay, so now that the aileron is hinged, we can proceed with the wing. So you can see here there are some marks into the cutting, maybe from here you can see them better, and also two right here. So those lines formed by the marks on the wing are the folding line for the wing. So I have already made them, but this is the stage to make them, and we are going to fold the wing following those lines. This will be the inside of the leading edge, and those two will be the top of the airfoil. So now that you have marked the line onto the wing, we can flip it over again, and we can start to tape it with clear packaging tape in order to make it stronger and help us to fold it without breaking it. So now we can start to tape the wing with the clear packaging tape. I will start making two stripes onto the leading edge in order to make it stronger and to help folding the wing, and also one stripe right around here in order to prevent the wing from cracking, and then I will cover the whole wing. Another one here, Now I like to start from the trailing edge of the wing, so the tape follows the airflow over the wing and doesn't catch it. I like to overlap my stripes about 1 centimeter each other. Now I'm going to start on the other side. Shit. Okay, so I just have finished my clear tape. I am going to do the last stripe with this tape. It doesn't matter, it's the same thing. I like the clear one more because it gives you the possibility to paint over it and have a white surface under, but it is also the same thing to use a colored one. Okay, so now we are going to cut the wing out of the tape, and then we are going to fold it. So one thing that I like to do now is to that I like to do now is to take one spare blade and to spread the tape evenly to make it attach to the surface better. Okay, so now we can recut the aileron here in order to free it. Now we can start to make the marks for folding the wing. So okay, so 5 millimeters per side should be enough. I'm going to join the lines in order to get a better view of it. Okay. Now we are going to cut to these lines with an angle towards the center line, and we are trying to stop 2 millimeters from the bottom in order to not cut through the skin. Here we are going to make a little release here, and then cut with a side line. Let me cut some patches, so we are reaching the other line, or the other cut. Now we should be able to get this out without problem. So you can see here the groove. Okay. So we are now going to push down this groove with something around, just passing it and pressing a few times. This should be enough, and then we are going to cut another half angle on the top of the angle, right here. Okay. And here also. Okay, so this should give us the possibility to fold the wing almost to the other side. So here you can see with a bit of effort we can almost fold the wing in half, but we don't have to for now. So the other two lines we can just push it down with the round object a few times. We don't have to cut these lines. We just have to press down a few times. So now, with the help of a ruler, I use here a steel ruler, we have to fold on these lines to create the airfoil. When you have achieved an almost vertical folding, it's enough. Okay, now the other one. Top. So when we try to close the wing, you can see it's almost an airfoil. So now we are going to prepare the spar for the wing. The spar will be this piece. We have to cut it in half, and in order to do it we have to cut from this angle here to the mark here on the other side. You do not have to cut it all the way through, just on the surface, and maybe just another time. We now can fold it, and now we can glue it with hot melt glue. Okay, so now the hot glue has warmed up, and now we can glue the spar together. Now we have to wait until it's cold. It's cold. We can take those pieces out. Just be careful, because hot melt glue can be very hot sometimes. So here we have our spar. Now we can glue it on into the wing, so it will go like that into the screws. Now I like to smear all the glue like that, pressing down quite loose. Now we have to take the piece for the trailing edge of the wing, and this will be glued right here. Okay, just like this on the side. Okay, so at this time it is the right time to put the servo inside your wing if you want. I have here a 9-gram Hobby King wing servo, and it's the perfect size for this plane. So the servo will be placed right here with the horn that will go onto the aileron facing downward when you install it. And yes, you can place it right here with a little bit of glue, or you can place it after you have closed the wing, but it's a little bit more complicated. You will have to get a longer cable, or just a cable extension in order to get into the fuselage. Just it will need to be about 20 centimeters or maybe less. So yes, I will close the wing without the servo, and so let's proceed. So the first thing we need to do is to try to close the wing without the glue, just to see if the angles are all right. You have to press it down between the two lines that we made earlier. Okay, so to me it seems right. Right here you can see what it seems an airfoil almost. And now we are going to glue it up forever. So you have to put a little bit of glue here and a little bit here, and then close it and stay there for at least 2 to 3 minutes. So make sure you align this point right here with the underside, and just stay there, press all the way, and you have to stay here for at least 2 to 3 minutes. That's coordinating. Okay, so now the glue has dried, and we can glue it, the last piece of the wing. And just press it as before. Okay, so now we have finished the wing, and we can move on to the tail section. You can see here I have made out of camera another wing, the other wing, and then the wings will go together like that to form the wing. So yeah, we can move on to the tail and then to the fuselage. We will have to make the hinge also on the rudder and on the elevator. So let's make that. And also on the rudder. Okay, so this will be taped like that. And this will be the underside. I'll take the arm, so first the bumper, and then the part, like the arm, this will be like that. You need to use the clear tip because you can see through it, and the other. So now I'm going to cut off the tip. We'll be the same thing for so let's take it now, put the in, and then on the other side. So put the here. So, yeah. Alright, so let's do the other. And this before starting the motor, and then that's it. Let's take right after that. That's your angle cut on the other. Okay, so it will be a little bit jammed right with the down elevator, but you will have to cut a little bit here. At an angle, and also on the other side. So you can see now it moves really better. Let's clean it up a little bit. And you can see now it can fully deflect. So we will tape the other side. Okay, so now we are ready to glue these two pieces together. Like that. So that's what it do. Make sure it is. And so now we can move on to the fuselage. It is the easiest part. We will start here by taking out all the pieces. So the first piece we will glue to the fuselage will be this one piece, and this is the rear, so it will be mounted right here. So after that we will glue this piece. After that we can glue the other side of the fuselage. So the fuselage will be almost pretty straight. So now we are ready to glue the underside of the fuselage. It will go like that. So I like to glue one side at a time. Okay, so now my glue has reached a very high temperature, so I switch it off for a moment, and after waiting a minute or two, we can put a bit of glue right on the edge, and then smear it with a little piece of scrap apron to make the joint very hard and stiff. Okay, so now I'm going to put a little bit of glue here. And then just stick it away like that. Another right here. Perfect. So this will create a very hard surface. Now let's wait for it to dry, and now we are going to glue in place the tail feathers. Those will go like that. With this little piece will go inside the fuselage, the two sides of the fuselage, and then this will be jointed like that. Maybe I can pull it more. Like that. Okay, so that's good. And some here. So first the inside, and then so now so this will be the holes for the servo. You can use the same servo for the aileron. Okay, so this will be the piece that covers all the electronics, because we'll have to put the battery, the ESC and the receiver inside this compartment. So I usually don't glue this to the fuselage because I like to keep it with some magnets or some tape onto the plane. So this will go right here, and then those pieces will make up the former for the fuselage. So let's glue them. Let's take it out for a moment. Now I can restart my hot glue. You don't have to put a lot of glue on those pieces. Okay, so the fuselage is almost ready. You can fill these places, these holes, with some styrofoam and then cut it to shape, to the shape of the fuselage. Or if you want to have a little bit more fast plane, you can just cut those two pieces flush with the fuselage and don't glue in place those pieces. It won't matter for the flying. So now we have to glue the wings and then glue it to the fuselage. Okay, so here we have the two pieces of the wing. They will be joined like that. And here you decide if you want some dihedral or not. If you don't, you can just leave them as is. But I usually want some, and so I will cut a little bit here to be able to get some more dihedral. I usually do this with some sandpaper because I don't want to be too much aggressive. Have a good dihedral. Okay, so you can see when I push the wings together, I get a perfect fit, and also on the underside. So this will be my dihedral. It isn't much, but it will be enough. So in order to glue the wing, we have to put some glue on the spar to join the spar, and also on the outside of the airfoil. A bit right here too. And now you just have to press the two wing halves together and align them on the leading edge. You can see here I don't have that perfect alignment, but it doesn't matter, the plane will fly well even. Okay, so that one in through that. And now okay, so now your wing is complete. You have to remember that the center of gravity of the plane will be right on those marks of holes for the spar, so you can put your fingers onto the on the underside of the wing and balance your plane very easily. So now I'm going to attach the wing to the fuselage. It will be very easy because if you don't have glued this piece all the way, you can just slide your wing inside and it's pretty much done. Okay, so one thing you have to remember is that you will have to center the wing, so just measure your fuselage. It is 63 millimeters divided by 2, it is 31.5 around right here. So just take a pen and make some marks. Okay, so this will be the place where you place the motor. You can just take a piece of plywood and glue it in place. Just remember to glue it straight, so when you put your motor on, you will have to put some washer under it, just to twist it a little bit to the right, about 2 degrees, and this will be enough for counteracting the effect of the torque.